Hello, children. Nice to be back. Remember the previous chapter? After unlocking the riddle of the Whispering Stones, Luna, Isabel, Leo, and Finn had a feeling their adventures were far from over. Back at the clearing, Rumbella, the magical creature with wise golden eyes, appeared before them with a gentle smile and a glimmer of pride. "You've done well, young seekers," Rumbella said, her soft fur glowing faintly in the dappled light. "But now there's more profound challenges awaiting you. A place within the forest that I, or even I, have tread carefully, the grove of forgotten memories." "Forgotten memories?" Isabel asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "What's hidden there?" Rumbella took a deep breath, her fluff ruffling as it stirred by an invisible breeze. "It holds reflections of the past, glimpses of things lost in time. But the mirror does not reveal itself easily and to anybody. It shows its secrets only to those who seek to understand not only the forest, but themselves." The friends exchanged glances, excited but nervous. They were thrilled by the idea of more adventure, but the mention of hidden memories made them wonder what the mirror might reveal about them. "Will it be safe?" Finn asked, adjusting his glasses nervously. Rumbella's eyes softened. "The mirror does not seek to harm. It just reveals the truth. But be warned, sometimes the truths can be difficult to face." After a moment of silence, Luna looked up. "We're ready," she said with determination. The others nodded in agreement, each feeling a mixture of curiosity and courage. With Rumbella leading the way, the group ventured deeper into the forest, following a path that seemed to twist and turn on its own. They passed beneath ancient towering trees, draped with vines that seemed to whisper as they brushed past, as though sharing secrets in a language only the trees understood. Along the path, glowing blue flowers illuminated their way, casting an eerie yet beautiful glow. They finally arrived at a secluded grove encircled by ancient stones, covered in soft moss, with tiny twinkling lights hovering like fireflies. At the center of the grove stood a large mist-covered mirror held by twisted branches that seemed to grow from the earth itself. This was the mirror of memories. Rumbella gestured towards the mirror, her eyes filled with respect. "One by one you may approach," she said softly. "The mirror will show you a memory, something important, perhaps forgotten by you or hidden in your heart. Be prepared. It might show you things you're not expecting." Leo, clutching his glowing stone for courage, stepped forward first. The mist surrounding the mirror began to swirl, and an image slowly formed on its surface. Leo saw himself as a young child, comforting a friend who was crying over a scraped knee. He knelt beside his friend, offering his favorite toy to make them smile. The memory reminded him of the kindness he had always tried to show others and how deeply he valued the happiness of those around him. A warm feeling spread through Leo as he whispered, I'd almost forgotten how much it means to me to make others feel better. Next was Isabel. The mist swirled again, and she saw herself as a little girl holding a tiny bird with a broken wing. She remembered finding the bird beneath a tree in her backyard, cradling it gently as she brought it to her mother, who helped her care for it until it could fly again. Wasn't that kind? The memory filled Isabel with pride as she realized how determined and patient she had been, even as a child. Next was Finn. He took a deep breath and adjusted his glasses before stepping up to the mirror. The mist shifted, revealing a memory he hadn't thought of in years. He saw himself at school, afraid to raise his hand, even though he knew the answer. He remembered how he had struggled to speak, worried no one would listen to him. But in the memory, he took a deep breath and finally raised his hand, feeling a small burst of pride when he was called on. I guess, he said, I've always been braver than I give myself credit for. Finn murmured, feeling a sense of strength he hadn't felt before. Finally, it was Luna's turn. She stepped up to the mirror, her heart pounding with excitement. The mist shifted, and she saw herself as a little girl exploring an old abandoned shed in her backyard. Inside, she found a box of old books and maps that had belonged to her grandfather. She remembered the thrill of discovering stories and places she hadn't known about, and how it had spoken her love for exploration and discovery. I've always wanted to explore even then, Luna said with a grin, feeling more connected to her adventurous spirit than ever before. Each friend now stepped back from the mirror, feeling a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of themselves. They felt more united, each of them bringing unique strengths to their team. Just as they were about to leave the grove, the mirror began to glow even brighter, filling the entire area with light. Rumbella's eyes widened in surprise. The mirror's not done with you yet, she whispered, a note of urgency in her voice. Suddenly, a new image appeared in the mirror, a shadowy figure watching over the forest from afar. It was hard to make out, but the figure seemed to have a commanding presence, as though it were both a protector and a guardian. The figure's gaze felt intense, as it were watching over the children, waiting for something. But what was it? Rumbella's face grew serious. This is a memory I hoped had been forgotten. That figure, it is the ancient guardian of the forest, a being that has not shown itself in centuries, hundreds and hundreds of years. The fact that it appears now means the forest is in need of help. What kind of help? Asked Luna, her voice filled with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The ancient guardian has watched over the forest for generations, Rumbella explained. It only appears when there is a great danger or when the forest is out of balance. For it to show itself now, Rumbella's voice trailed off, her expression grave. So what do we do? Leo asked, clutching his glowing stone tightly. Rumbella sighed, her gaze shifting back to the mirror. To find the answer, you must seek out the Keeper's Sanctuary. It's a place of great power, hidden deep within the forest. Only there can you learn what the ancient guardian seeks and why it has returned. The friends felt a thrill of anticipation mixed with a hint of fear. They had come to the forest seeking adventure, but now they understood that this journey was becoming something far more significant than they ever imagined. Then we'll go to the Keeper's Sanctuary, Isabel said firmly, her voice filled with determination. We can't let the forest be in danger. Rumbella nodded, her eyes filled with pride. The journey to the sanctuary is challenging, but I believe in each of you. Remember what you've learned today. Draw strength from your memories and from each other. With a renewed sense of purpose, the friends set off, leaving the grove behind and stepping back into the forest path. As they walked, each of them felt a deeper connection to the forest and to one another, ready for whatever lay ahead. But deep in their hearts, they knew this journey would test them in ways they hadn't yet imagined. Whatever the ancient guardian wanted, they would face it together, armed with the courage, kindness, and strength they had discovered within themselves. Don't forget to click on the link next to my head for the next exciting adventure of these 4 friends going into the clearing to help save the forest. But that's next time.